Ashley Force became the first woman to win in Funny Car just a week ago. Let's show you the timeline in Funny Car and how we got to where we are now, beginning with Shirley Modowny.
Top fuel in 1976. She defeated Bob Edwards in the final round in Columbus. Then Angel Sampey, Postock motorcycle. First woman to win there in 1996, defeated Dave Schultz in the final round in Reading. And of course, Ashley Force, how can we forget? Just last week defeated her dad, Big John Force, in the final round. This year in 2008, history was made.
And speaking of the ladies, when we come back, Shirley Modowny, there she is. She was just getting started. Will be on the phone with us. And you know what? We'll also have Ashley Force. She'll be in the booth. Plenty to look forward to. And what do we have in the booth? So Ashley Force did say coming into the weekend that you were worried that you could go from a win to not qualifying or going out first round.
Yep, we had the worst case scenario, and I took it another step by getting losing on a hole shot, but luckily my guys, they were right down there with me at the end of the track, and they said, we're going after him again the next race. That's all you can do. You know, you can't dwell on it. We'll root on our teammates and head to the next race.
Well, the good news is that puts you with us for a little bit. Yep. At least it's good to have you in here. How are you doing in that contest? Are you winning in the that one vote that's going on right now?
It's I think it's 50-50. There's a contest on AOL.com comparing Danica and me and our driving skills. So any fans that want to go down there and vote, two completely different kinds of racing, but AOL, they put up whatever contest they want to. So we'll see how that goes.
So here is Larry Dixon as he comes to the line alongside of Hillary Will. Well, that was good, and Hillary wins it. Hurrah for the ladies.
Just a good old drag race there. Jim Oberhofer, he likes what he's seeing there. That car went right down the racetrack. We can take another look at it. Going to see that Larry Dixon got the hole shot advantage off of the starting line, but Hillary Will had the horsepower and was able to drive around him on the top end. Now, Ashley, you started out in the injected dragster class. You ever wanted to drive a top fuel dragster?
I've wondered, you know, how different the top fuel cars are from the A-fuel cars. I raced with Hillary. She was in that category as well, and those categories, the alcohol funny cars and dragsters, are a great stepping stones to move into these cars. There's no other way to learn but experience from them.
And our stat guy, Lewis Bloom, says that now that you've won, it's Hillary's turn. And speaking of winning, the first lady of drag racing is on the phone with us, Shirley Modowny. And Shirley, Ashley can hear you now.
Hi there.
I'm sorry that you didn't have a better time today, but it will get better.
Yep.
No doubt in my mind.
Yep, that's how drag racing is. You gotta just move on and not get down, and I'm learning that as I go.
Walk before you run here, and then all of a sudden you can go back to walking. It's real easy.
How was that, though, watching that win last week, Shirley?
I was expecting it. I wasn't surprised. I figured that Ashley would have her hands full with her dad. There was no way that he was going to give up all that bonus money to just hand Ashley a win. But she earned it, definitely earned it throughout the round. One thing I'd like to point out is, you know, I'd like to see a lot of these drivers take those communications out of their ears and just see how they do on the starting line. I think that might make a huge difference.
I'd agree after last week listening to Dad. He's a talker. Anybody knows that. I should have known better. I'm his daughter. I was raised around it. But it is one more thing that as a driver you learn, you know, that to focus, that's the biggest thing about our sport. And I'm learning as I go. It's taken some time, but I'm sure you know all about that. It's not something you learn overnight.
No, it takes a long time. The winner's circle, you know, it's hard to get there, and it's hard to stay there. But it's something that once you do it, you get used to it.
Well, Shirley, coming to the line right now is another great up-and-coming top fuel driver, Antron Brown. He will face Doug Coletta. What do you think of Antron?
I think a whole lot of him. He was he's certainly a very genuine young man. very good at what he does. I was not surprised that he was going to go right to the top right away.
Yep.
He has an excellent team.
And we just saw the bad news. Antron Brown did not make it down the track. Doug Coletta did.
Well, let's take another look at Antron there. You're going to see him gets the car to launch off of the starting line. Had the advantage, but boy, it went right up into tire smoke pretty much immediately. The previous round, he had to backpedal the car, but it had gotten down the track a little bit further before it smoked the tires. And with Doug Coletta hooked up in the other lane, even though he only ran a 477, slowing to 283, he was still able to get the win.
Well, while we're talking about great historic moments, and we have Shirley Modowny on the phone, let's take you back 1982 at Indianapolis. That nice pink car, Shirley, they're looking good.
Up against Connie. You got to remember this one, huh, Shirley?
I do. It was my best win, my most cherished. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I would have liked to have done it more than one time, but I guess once is enough. If you win Indy, you can add that to your credits and be very satisfied.
At the top end, another lady in Top Fuel is with our Gary Gerald.
And kind of continuing in this theme, women and success in drag racing, here's Hillary Wills going to the semifinals now with a nice solid 62. Your thoughts about, the pioneering aspect of what Shirley Modowny did in paving the way and you having the opportunity that you currently have in this sport?
I'm very thankful for the opportunities that I have, and I have a lot of respect for what Shirley did as a racer when she raced. I don't know how she feels about me. That doesn't matter. I'm thankful for what she did. She showed that a woman could drive a race car, not only drive it well, but be a winner in our sport. I mean, she won 3 championships. That's awesome. I'm thankful for that. And at the end of the day, I just want to be a racer. And today I'm a racer going to the semis. And for KB Racing, Mac Tools, Technicoat Summit, hopefully we can get past the semis.
All right, thanks a lot.
Hey, Shirley, did you stay on the phone for that run?
I did.
Okay, so you heard Hillary.
Yes. I think it's really important what I think of the other drivers, male or female. We have a lot of good young drivers out there, and they will find their way. The sport is very successful today, and I expect it to grow leaps and bounds.
An ever-changing thing, and it is getting better.